both Republican and Democratic sources tell us that this deal began to unfold during a phone call Saturday. That will put the hearing on Thursday, the date that Christine Blasey Ford originally requested, the earliest date she said she could appear. But other specifics about how this high-stakes hearing will unfold still need to be ironed out.
After a week of drama and blame, a tentative agreement that Thursday, both the accuser and the accused will tell their sides of a 36-year-old story of alleged sexual assault at a high school party. The White House had grown frustrated and impatient, insisting Brett Kavanaugh remains ready, willing, and eager to testify as soon as possible. The Supreme Court nominee went about his weekend showing no sign of the political firestorm around him. Saturday, lawyers for Christine Blasey Ford notified the Senate Judiciary Committee she would accept an invitation to provide her firsthand knowledge of Brett Kavanaugh's sexual misconduct. Ford claims that an intoxicated teenage Kavanagh groped her and tried to remove her clothes. He unequivocally denies this allegation. Late Saturday, the White House released a new statement intended to refute Ford claims about others at the party. All four of these individuals have provided statements to the Senate Judiciary Committee denying any knowledge of the incident or having attended such a party. Ford's team responded to one of those denials saying it's not surprising, explaining that Ford did not share her story publicly or with anyone for years, and that she will never forget this gathering because of what happened to her there. Turning to controversy at the Justice Department, Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein is under pressure after multiple reports he discussed wearing a wire with President Trump last year and raised the 25th Amendment that could remove a president from office. Rosenstein called that absolutely false and said he never pursued or authorized recording the president. Some House Republicans want an explanation.
I think Rod needs to come before Congress this week and explain under oath what exactly he said and what he didn't say.
And coming up today, something rare for President Trump during his time in office. He is going back to New York City to stay at his own apartment at Trump Tower. He'll be there for several days, welcoming and hosting and meeting with leaders from around the world for the United Nations General Assembly. That goes all the way through his plans, at least Thursday, the day when that hearing is expected on Capitol Hill that could determine the fate of his Supreme Court nominee. Willie?
What a week it will be. Kelly, thanks so much.